Hello and welcome to the Long Island weather update till after 9 o'clock. I'm not going to do the long weather update tonight because I'm very tired. I did a hike in the Pine Barrens and you'll see just how beautiful it was with the snow. It was absolutely spectacular, and it'll be a little bit later this evening this video will be up, but today was a nice clear day. Very few clouds, maybe a few in the morning, and other than that, a few stratocumulus in the morning. That was completely clear, and you can see here on the satellite just more or less clear skies. There's a little bit of cirrus off to the west, but other than that, pretty clear. Let's go to the highs and lows for today. At Islip, the high only made it to 29, so still below normal today. That normal high is 39, so that's 10 degrees below normal. The low of 17 was 7 degrees below normal. It gives us an average of 23, which is 8 degrees below normal. Central Park also ran about 7 degrees below normal today with a high of 31. So let's go look at the map right now and see our current conditions. And still got a breeze out there, 25 degrees with again, still got that wind, so we'll have to see if we get any radiational cooling. Still 25 at Kabreski Airport, though there is 18 at Miller Air Park, so we'll see if the winds drop off a little bit tonight. You can see how high the air pressure is, 30.51. That's you're under the influence of a very strong high pressure system. So let's go look at our highs and lows on the map right now. So generally you see mid-20s generally across the area. So I'll start with the lows first. West Hampton got down to 18. So yeah, no radiational cooling on Long Island. We got into the mid to upper teens. However, in Jersey, a little bit of radiational cooling there. I see 16 at Miller Air Park and 13 somewhere in Jackson. So I guess there was a little more radiational cooling there. Let's go to the highs next. Highs on Long Island, generally around 30 degrees. Same for the city. Maybe it gets a little warmer as you head toward Jersey. Looks like some areas got a few degrees above freezing, so maybe mid-30s in Jersey. It's a little bit warmer there. But other than that, a pretty cool day. And tomorrow we're going to be closer to normal, and then we're going to go above normal. But again, we're going to talk more about that, I think, tomorrow night. Looking at the MODIS, again, you'll see the crystal clear skies we had. Really showing all the snow cover, actually. Look at that. That really shows up nicely. This shows where all the snow has fallen. Look at that. So, snow covering a large part. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a lot of this snow cover, and again, we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. You can see the snow cover all the way. You can see it kind of cuts the Delmarva in half a little bit, but plenty of snow on the ground. It's not a lot, but it's enough to make things look very beautiful, and it sure was in the Pine Barrens today. So, let's go to the eastern U.S. here. This is our big high pressure system, and it's going to drift east tomorrow. It's still going to stay under control, but we may see some increasing high clouds toward later in the day, and then it moves offshore, and we'll talk about Tuesday's weather tomorrow night. We'll just talk about tomorrow because, like I said, I'm very tired. So let's go to the HRRR, and we'll talk about tomorrow's weather again. No precipitation tomorrow, so I'm not really going to show the precipitation. Just show you the dew points and wind flow. So the winds get light. Lows in the single digits are possible in the Pine Barrens tonight. Even though the dew points are in the low teens, it's still possible that we could see single digits in the Pine Barrens if we get the radiational cooling. So we have very light westerly winds to start tomorrow, and then they go a little more west-southwest. Later in the day, you start seeing those dew points rising a little bit as the Arctic air starts waning as we head into Tuesday night. Our air temperatures tonight, again, I think a lot of areas are going to see, if we get that radiational cooling, I think teens are a good bet. So similar to last night, at least mid-teens, but if there is radiational cooling, then the colder areas like the Pine Barrens, single digits are a possibility there. And then for tomorrow, we will rebound into the mid-30s. So closer to normal for tomorrow as far as temperatures go. Next, we'll go and look at the cloud cover, and there is some disagreement on that. So the HRRR wants to really roll in the cirrus. You can see it already there, showing up pretty well. This is in the morning here, already rolling it in. However, if we look at some other models, like the GFS, I'll start with the GFS, and we only have 12. You see the morning. It is a little bit there. There will be some increasing upper level moisture. We'll have to see if it'll be enough to produce cirrus clouds or not. Let's go look at the actual cloud models here, RGM. So here you go. So here's the RGM. And you staying clear tonight, and then you'll see the cirrus but it really doesn't really start moving in until later in the afternoon, according to the RGEM. So we may have another at least half the day being mostly sunny for tomorrow before that rolls in. However, different models have different opinions. Let's go to the NAM next. This is the latest NAM. So the NAM has some of it coming in around noon, perhaps, and then a little more dense later on in the day. And then this is the 0Z NAM, and then the FV3. So we can look at the FV3 as well. This only goes out. It's the latest 0Z run. So I don't really want to use an old run for that. So there may be some increasing upper level moisture. You may see some of those wispy cirrus clouds and maybe even some ugly contrails, especially later on in the day. So I don't think it'll look quite as nice as today, but it's still going to be pretty nice compared to what we're going to deal with later on this week. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this brief Long Island weather update. I got to get some rest. Have a good night.